this is the next iteration of my project with my Dell Precision Tower 7910 refurbished computer. So this time this machine has a 5¼ inch of a compartment, which normally is for DVD drives, but I already have a DVD drive here, so I decided to use this compartment as a additional disk compartment. As seen, this is originally designed like so by Dell, so it is okay to hold 4 2.5-inch disks. So Dell makes or made a quite expensive extension unit for this 5¼ inch disk bay. However, I was thinking, why not just give a try to flexiDock quad bay 2.5-inch SAS SATA HDD SSD docking compartment, which is possibly fit into my computer. And then I think the only thing I need is one cable, and then this is a 1/2 meter cable, and I hope it's going to be long enough to serve this configuration. So I removed the back cover, I mean the right hand side cover of the case, and I think to be able to insert this drive like so into this compartment, I have to remove these rails here to see how it works. So I just followed the instructions drawn on the side of the drive bay, and then I used the two plastic pieces screwed onto the side, the top and the bottom part of the unit, like so. It is protruding a tiny bit backwards, but the screws which was included on the computer side work perfectly fine for this unit. So far so good. And then I was able just to slide in. You have to press this lever to be able to push the unit fully inside. So this is how it looks. Actually, this seems to be perfect. This is perfect. In my opinion, it looks much better than the original Dell unit, because for that you had to make quite a complex work to remove the whole compartment and replace with additional elements. So the next step is to see how can I connect this to the motherboard. So I was lucky because this unit has this 15-pin connector, and fortunately my computer had exactly the same connector in the back part of this computer. The only thing I had to remove this cable, this P16 cable, from this cable compartment, and then it fits perfectly. Yet it seems to me that the operating system, I just simply moved from one of my bay over to another in the first slot, and then it worked flawlessly. My friends, what can I say? The operating system was booted from this Caddy. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So this project, I can say, successful so far, so good and excellent. So the trickiest part of this whole setup was to install this second SAS connector, because I had to somehow tucked from behind under this jungle of cables, like so, and then I had only 1/2 meter cable, and this was just barely and perfectly the proper size. So just bear with some patience. But actually it was about 1 or 2 minutes of experimenting, and I gently, because I didn't want to mess and make any harm in the existing cabling, so that was the hardest part, to say so. But fortunately it works great now. Another tricky part was to connect this P16 15 pin connector power cable, and then the rest was quite okay. So this is just a 1/2 meter cable, so this was barely long enough, just perfectly long enough to connect this unit into this computer. So even the grill, the cutout in the grill fits perfectly. So I think this Caddy from Icy Dock, this is called flexiDock, is really a perfect match for this computer, and it also supports SAS disks either, so you can use the fastest disks possible in this Caddy.